So that's where we got the word marijuana, was the association with the Mexican Americans, which was this, of course, this Portuguese, Mexican, Spanish, Portuguese slang word, which means to, probably from the word marijuango, which means to intoxicate. So, you know, you got to like look a little deeper than the word. The marijuana word really kind of obscures a lot of this history. The word that the Rastafarians use is ganja, and that's actually the Sanskrit. That's the Sanskrit word that the Indians had been using for a long time. Ganja or bhang is what you'll find as well.
Chalice, chilim.
Right.
All those are, I studied that in the 70s. How many of the words the Rasta used came out of Hindi, and you know, certainly the sadhus, you know, that created the culture of Jamaica.
That's right, that's right. I mean, you can even look in Jamaican newspapers in the 1913, you can see these alarmist articles. The Indians are bringing this demon weed to our island, and watch out, pretty soon the black people will start using it too, and then we'll have a real problem on our hands. Well, a lot of good things have come out of that, music, culture, etc. But I want to talk a little bit more about that Indian origin, but maybe a little bit later on, because I've already told you a little bit too much history here. But this is kind of how I've traced its association in my own tradition, and it's been a journey of discovery. So, thank you.
Hello, my name is Reverend Levon Lion from the Church of Cognitive Therapy. I will explain the little title there. Cognitive therapy is taking negatives and turning them into positives. And basically, back in the tribal communities, when a person was sick or distraught or had any issues, they would go to their medicine man or medicine woman for help. So what we try to do is we use what's called entheogenic sacraments, and the base sacrament would be cannabis. Entheogenic, or entheogen, means that which creates the Spirit of God within. A lot of people seem to be cut off spiritually from their spiritual self, their inner self, and because of that they're depressed, they're sad, they've got all kinds of issues going on, and life in itself creates a lot of trauma for all of us. So there's a need, because of all those things are distortion. Like if I say I love you, I would bet that every single person out here would have a different idea of what love is to them. So basically, love, simply put, is compassion for another human being. Love is not me beating you and then me telling you that I love you, and I do that because I love you. You know, love is not, you know, oh, I love you, therefore I'm molesting you. Most people have, you know, a misconstrued idea of what love is. Our whole idea behind our ministry is to help people get in touch with their spiritual self. So because people, you know, fear, religion is culturally based. Spirituality is not. Spirituality is that which comes from the universe or your creator. So with cannabis, cannabis helps us because it's a sacrament, and it amplifies the positives and amplifies our spiritual gifts. It is good for us mentally, physically, and spiritually. It does everything for us. And because Jah loves us, He gave us a plant to help us mentally, physically, and spiritually. So anyway, we'd opened up a ministry. I've been a minister. I got ordained a Rasta minister. I may not look Rasta because I don't have dreads. I just don't like all that hair. But the first Rastas started growing their beards out. And so this is my Rasta beard. It's actually a year to date. It's been growing, except for on the sides, yesterday. So anyway, I have also been involved in cannabis sacrament and the law. I've been arrested a couple times in Idaho for possession of cannabis. But because I believe that we use it to help people with post-traumatic stress disorder. We use it to help people with depression. We use it to help people with spiritual needs. And because of that, we are required as ministers to carry it with us all the time to help with the sick and the afflicted. And Now this isn't something that most lawyers understand, or even judges, or even prosecuting attorneys. You start mentioning church and religion and all that kind of stuff, and they start getting a little funny. There's no lawyer in Idaho that knows anything about religious defense or any of that. The whole idea when it comes to religious defense is it's your personal faith that matters. It's your personal belief system that is protected by law. Religion was never meant for all of us to adhere to the same principles. It was meant for like-minded people to come together and to share their personal stories. So the whole idea about all of us sitting down together and holding hands, no matter what religion we are, is called a community. And we need to get back to being a community. And as far as hemp goes, I come from a long traditional family in Kentucky of hemp farmers. A lot of people don't know that about me, but I spent most of my time in Idaho. I can date because I grew up as a Mormon, I'm not a Mormon anymore. I can date my genealogy back to some of the Knights Templars. I've created this thing called the THC Way. It's called Truth, Honor, and Courage. You can always remember that. THC, Truth, Honor, and Courage. You can remember that, you'll always be a better person. And remember, if it's easy to find negatives in your life, if you go, okay, I'm angry, I'm angry, I'm angry, I'm angry. If you recognize a negative, figure out a way to turn it into a positive. That's pretty much the positive power, or the healing power of positive energy is great if you use it that way. So the next time you use your sacrament, it's always been sacrament, it's always been medicine, it's never been anything else. And it's our inalienable right given to us by our Creator. We don't need the courts to tell us it's okay. It's not a civil right. We don't even need to go there. It is something given to us by our Creator to make our lives better, mentally, physically, and spiritually. That's why I'm here. I had a father pass away from a brain tumor that could have been helped by cannabis because he had a long history of acute arthritis. I didn't get money from my dad when he passed away. I got arthritis. So I'm a medical patient as well. We opened up a ministry downtown Portland that we're helping out a lot of people because I believe that the healing power of ganja is going to help us. And then as far as hemp goes, I believe that everything needs to be a co-op. We as a people need to take back our government and become responsible citizens. We all need to be citizen government. We don't need to let the government grow our hemp for us or grow our medicine for us. We as a people, it needs to be co-op. If anything's going to happen, we've got an economy that's so shaky right now. The only way that we would be able to get our economy back, get our towns back, get our cities back, is to base our economics off of hemp. If we can do that, it's a multi-billion-dollar project just waiting to explode. So we have to claim that as our inalienable right and stop waiting for the courts to make a decision. It's not their decision to make. It's not even in their jurisdiction. It's what God gave us, and it's God's laws, and they outweigh any government law. The government right now is bankrupt. I don't know if most people understand that. So it's time for us to take it back.